Hello and welcome back. This is Davril Tien on behalf of the Underwater Rugby channel. We are broadcasting live from Copenhagen Bellahøj Swim Stadium. This is the second match of the day, and it's between Flipper and Malmö Triton. In blue, introducing for Flipper, number 1, Henrik Kass. Number 2, Simon Schaefer. Number 4, Tor Hammer Nielsen. Number 7, Martin Schilgård. Number 8, Jakob Lapp. Number 9, Søren Nielsen. Number 10, Kim Eastberry. Number 26, the captain, Mikkel Rasmussen. Number 20, Tim Jensen. Number 23, Richard Grove. Number 28, Bastian Davidsen. Number 37, Andreas Antonsson Gies. And number 71, Claude Larsen. On the other side of the pool, from Malmö Triton, introducing number 1, Carl Falk. Number 3, Simon Jobs. Number 4, the captain, Andreas Bergenholtz. Number 5, Petter Blomberg. Number 6, Matthias Levin Persson. Number 7, Johan Fernlund. Number 10, Emmanuel Johansson. Number 11, Olof Bertilsson. Number 12, Anders Osbeck. Number 14, Jens Westerlin. Number 15, Carl Oskar Seth. And number 51, Ann-Sophie Krakow. The coach, Ulf Riedel. The captains exchange flags or whatever it is they pass over in the pool. We're going to find out who the referees are in a minute. It looks like Robert over there is the deck referee. Rafael Tito de Morris in the water. So probably there's a minute or two before this match is going to start, and we'll be broadcasting on Jyrki. Okay. So the other referee was Jyrki from Finland. There he is. So, no, those are not the right referees there on the screen. That was incorrect. We have Jyrki, Raffe, and Robert. So there's a lot of experience there. I had a chance to talk with both Tampere and Malmö after the match. So it was interesting. Malmö was pretty happy that they came out and played a solid match and came away with a tie. And Tampere, of course, was happy that they recovered from their 1-0 deficit in the first half. And Otsunurmi, he scored that goal for Tampere by coming in from above and grabbing the neck of the goalie, pulling him off and creating a ball-sized hole that he scored through. There you can see some of the swimmers who are here for their training are looking, and their coach is going to come and tell them to get in the water now. So this is a really fantastic swimming pool. Beautiful architecture, great design. A lot of famous swimmers here, like Jeanette Ottesen. And of course, this is the best underwater rugby pool in the world, and at least that is used regularly. Yes, going over to the internet, and if you have any questions or want to say anything, stop by the booth upstairs. Goodbye for now.
Still 1 minute.
Okay, we're on the air now. I don't know if we're broadcasting live. We've had some technical problems, but this will be sent later on during the day in any case. Now, the match coming up is between Malmö Triton and Flipper. And of course, these two teams know each other so well because they are separated by the Baltic Sea, and they're off. They play a lot together. They know each other really well. And Flipper has the ball. Mickey Rasmussen over on the right side. They don't have jerseys yet, but I expect it'll be coming sometime during the season. I know they've been talking about it. Flipper coming in and backing out, keeping it down on the bottom, punched away. Ball recovered. Flipper, little confusion here. Nerves in the first match. Batted away by Triton, and now a fast break, forechecked in the middle of the pool, and he's holding on with two hands. It's ripped away, sucked in by the two Triton players, but it's down on the bottom, and Flipper is trying to push their way to the other side of the pool, not proving easy. They're getting pushed backwards. There we saw Anso come in and smash into the person with the ball. She didn't have the mass to actually push him far back, but she stopped him. And now it's Flipper over underneath Triton's basket, and the goalie, Emmanuel Johansson, is struggling to take possession of the basket.
Blue free throw.
Free throw in favor of Flipper. There you can see Puk Bodenhoff over at the protocol table. She's a junior player who's headed to Sandefjord later this month for the European Open Championships. All right. Triton takes the ball on the bottom, and a lot of blue players close in. So Flipper stopped that from developing. And Triton is moving forward methodically, but the passes only have one recipient, and it leads to a turnover. Flipper coming up on the top, risky pass, and it's snatched away. An upwards pass, batted over. Triton trying to swim down to the bottom, looking for an outlet. And, oh, it's an easy goal. It's a mistake here.
Blue. Team Blue, number 2. Assist.
Simon Schaefer
Assist.
steals the ball away or gets it from somebody
Who was the
and
No,
went
it's-
straight down. There was no
no,
goalie there. So let's look at it again. I don't really see the point of calling an assist here, awarding one. That was just Simon Schaefer having and coming in from above. He's an opportunistic player, frequently scores in Euroleague. And he's not related to Christian Schaefer, even though they have the same last name. So Triton is facing a deficit. And is that Barian Holtz up there? Coming in, he passes down to Anso. Krakow comes over, she turns around, puts a knee up, passes. There's a elation by the Flipper fans. And we see Petter Bloomberg passing over. They come in from the bottom. They've got some space there. And Triton looking to fill in from the bottom. But now they're pushed up from above and tied up. And it's a wrestling match on the surface. If that is Tor Jeppesen, I don't know who, Jeppesen Nielsen or Strong, he's going to get the ball. Pass looked like it went to Mikkel Rasmussen. Anso, twist and turns. Pass back. They're coming in from above. Pass down. Of course, Flipper's very stable right now. Nice move, pushing. Big effort there, but tied up. He coughs the ball up and picked up by Flipper. They have to pass backwards to the back in order to clear out of the defensive zone. It's a tough push forward. He's got a backward pass. He had a player in front, but maybe he saw that it was screened. It was better not to take the chance. In they come. Flipper, fin in the stomach there. And Flipper's working from the bottom. The back is gone. And Flipper's got the goalie from above, but a forward comes in and ties him up. And they head to the surface. Flipper moving out into the right side. It's up with the fins. He turns around. Is he going to make a move or pass? He's going to make a move. He's coming in, and he's looking for his teammate over on the left side. He's got the goalie's head and can't put it in. Goes up. They're coming in for another go. It's a second attack here, and it's good pressure here by Flipper. The ball bounces on the bottom, and the other side didn't go in there. It might have looked like a basket, but it was just loose on the bottom there. Picked up by Triton and stolen again by Flipper. Flipper looks like Rasmussen out there. So it's not looking good for Triton in the beginning of this match here because Flipper is putting on tough attacks and they're threatening. They've already gone up on this quick score, and now they're on the bottom again. They've got the goalies back, and he had
goal for Blue, number 7.
so Kim Eastberry
Goal for Blue, number 7. Assist, number 4.
and assist to Martin Schildgaard. So here we see he had a sort of a position on the bottom there, and he put it on the goalie's neck and head and just kept pushing, and he was lifting on the other side there, which is why the goalie, of course, had to give way. Beautiful goal, nice technique, and 2-0 lead to Flipper here in Copenhagen. What can Malmö Triton come up with here to turn this around? Flipper has got the ball back already again, and they're coming in. Flipper on the bottom, eating a little bit of goalie fin there, working forward. They're grinding, and they're holding on to the ball. Could have lost it there, but of course the back has a lot of risk if they go out and chase. Free throw in favor of Triton holding.
Free, white, East row.
2-0 lead here for Flipper in the first half with about 9 minutes left. Triton puts the ball into play, and they back out, fake pass. They're coming in from the left side. There's plenty of resistance here. And they lose it, but it's picked off. Beautiful. He read that. He saw where the pass was going, and they managed to keep it. But now they've lost it, and Triton has surrendered the ball to Flipper, and Flipper is trying to move the ball forward. Hard forward checking, taken away. Triton swimming in the middle of the pool, dancing around, trying to avoid getting tied up. A pass down. He's got two Flipper players between him and the basket. He retreats back up to the surface. Now they're coming. There's a Petter Bloomberry passed over. Now on the left side, they've got the players in place for a set play, but it was easily read by Flipper. Flipper getting their heart rate down as they wait, and Rasmussen batted the pass away, leading to another Flipper player picking it up. It falls down by the referee through the cord, and it's Flipper coming over Anso. She's clinging, stopping him, but they managed to get over to the corner now. They're trying to put something together. Up to the surface, breathing. Pass back all the way over to the right side. And now they're coming in. Flipper coming in from the right. Pass down. It was the goalie, I think, who took that. Number 7. Emmanuel, no, it wasn't Emmanuel Janssen. It was, well, yeah, maybe it's number 7 is Johan Fernlund. Okay.
Blue free throw.
Free throw in favor of Flipper. 6:50 showing on the clock here. Trying to push his way through 2 Triton players, and it didn't work. The ball ends up in a surface fight scrum until Triton comes away with it, and they're rushing over and swim on the surface, pass backwards. He's challenged and gets the pass off. Heads up to the surface in the strong side corner, pass down. There were 2 Triton players there in approximately the same place. Now Triton's move. They've got an opportunity here. They're on the right side, pushing the goalies back, but Flipper manages to push them out. Slap on the head, not called, and Triton comes in. They've got an attack on, but instead is taken by Flipper, who goes to the surface, and then a long pass down to the bottom, and he eats a fin from Anne-Sophie, who's playing back, and Flipper in the corner here. Is he going to take it in himself? There's nobody there to take the pass, and it's just picked off by Triton. It was it shouldn't have happened given that so much time was invested in that move out of the corner. Someone should have been there to take it. But instead, it's Triton coming in, and from the right side, Anso is below trying to take the pass away, and instead, Flipper comes up with it, struggling to get out. Long pass down. Now coming over. He doesn't head to the goal. He heads up to the right side, gets there, passes down to a player beneath. In a 360. Oh, nice pass, and they're working on this Triton goal here. The basket is defended, and Triton comes back with a fast break. Up, beautiful blind pass, and Triton's got one of the best plays they've done so far this match. They've come all the way over, they've worked it, and now managed to pass and keep the pace up here. Tied up by Flipper. Flipper snatches it. Somebody came off the bench. That was number, not 100% sure, it was number 3 perhaps. Now Flipper's fighting. This is a really exhausting way to move forward. And eventually they're pushed over all the way to the corner. They're not going to wait. They're trying to find an outlet pass. No. Up to the surface. Long pass to the bottom. Hit, not picked up until it's bounced. Oh, nice play. It's a real opportunity here. But it's going to come to the second player. Anso picks it up off the bottom where it bounced. But she couldn't hold on to it. And Flipper has scored again.
Goal blue before.
So Martin Scheldgaard.
Goal number 9, assist number.
No, the goal was Tim Jensen picked it up. No, is that correct? Number 4, goal by Tor. Jeppesen Nielsen. Hammer Nielsen, I'm sorry. Tor has changed his last name. He got married and changed his name. So I'm going to have to, he told me, he gave me a warning about this so I wouldn't mess it up, but I have. Forget Jeppesen, he's Tor Hammer Nielsen now. So a 3-0 lead to Flipper, and less than 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Triton is trying to get on the scoreboard. Oh, it twirls around and passes. Nice play. Tied up, drifting to the surface. And he was kicking and pushing, and the Flipper player is just making a tremendous effort. The Triton player just lying on him. Triton, outlet pass, Anso. She moves on, fighting forward, pushed out of bounds. So it'll be a free throw in favor of Flipper.
Side out, blue, free throw.
So even though Anso did not surrender the ball, she was too light, and it was rather easy for the Flipper player to push her out of bounds. But technically she did nothing wrong. Drifts to the bottom, Flipper coming in, fighting through the back, passed over to the right side, and now over on the other side left. It's damaging to the Triton defense, but they managed to come up with the ball, swim to the surface, and The pass is bad. It's picked up. The referee whistles it dead, holding free throw in favor of
White
Triton.
free throw.
Into play, and no success there with that free throw, but even though it's gone back and forth now, possession has been confused, and
1 minute.
the referee, Robert Glock, shouts out there's 1 minute left in the match, in the first half of this match, and a neck choking called on Flipper.
White free throw.
Triton will have an opportunity to make an attack from a free throw position. The ball drifts in and broken up and taken away. Flipper tied up. The scrum is moving over and the ball bounces loose briefly. A Triton player puts it between his legs and they head over, but there's no neat and easy attack here because Flipper's immediately in place. That's the half. So, halftime. I'm going to rejoin you in a minute. Right now it's 3-0 in favor of Flipper. Triton and Flipper are changing sides, and I'll rejoin you in a couple of minutes.
1 minute. Gentlemen, get ready.
Davroltian back in the booth here in Bellahoy Swim Stadium, getting ready for the second half of the Flipper Triton match. Flipper is winning 3-0. It could be that Triton is developing younger players. See if there are any changes. Okay, I wasn't here, but the exchange players were shown on the screen.
There are some substitutions on the white team. Number 15 and 51 going out. Number 8, 13 and number 2 are coming in.
So Carl Oskar Seth and Ann-Sophie Krakow are out, and they've started again. Oh, smacked the ball way back. Flipper's got it. They're on the bottom. A pass over to the center, and then out. Long pass. Worked out. Could have gone the other way, but it's led to some instability there in Flipper's possession. Now they're coming in from above, down to the bottom, pushing. There we see the substitutions there. So Stefan Poltergeist out. Triton, as Andreas Beringholtz. Open goal there, open basket. You can just get it to him, but it's, yes, and there it was. Stolen basket leads to the first goal.
Goal in white.
Carl Falk scored that.
Goal number 1, assist number 4.
Number 4 made that pass. That was Petter Bloomberg. So here we see it. He passed. Oh, it was nice. The ball was just loose, floating around there, and the open goal was there once he got possession of it. Flipper coming in from above, stripped away. Could it be that Triton is going to turn things around in the second half? I mean, they've already got one goal now with rather quickly, and they're playing with, it seems like, more confidence, or more players picking up the passes. Now coming in from the bottom and over on the left side, pushing, can't see exactly, but the Flipper stripped the ball away, but every pass leads to the next ball carrier being tackled. Flipper comes out on top, but then they lose the ball, and in the end it's just dropped down. Triton picks it up. They're coming. Number 7, that's Emmanuel Johansson coming in from call here. Referee signals holding. Free throw in favor of Flipper.
Free throw. Blue.
And this free throw ended up being bobbled, and Triton manages to get all the way back over to the other side of the pool, make a nice attack, and before Flipper can really settle down, they're under pressure, and let's see if Triton's able to capitalize on this. They've stolen away good position by the goal, and so there was a signal there for roughing with a knee.
Blue free throw.
And a free throw in favor of Flipper. No penalty. Flipper looking to put the ball in play. Facing the Triton goal, he lifts the ball out of the water, signaling the beginning, and it's a pass over to the right side. Blindsided, and very persistent forechecking there, but Flipper manages to hold on to it, and then a bad pass, and Flipper has surrendered the ball. Triton looking to put together an attack. Two players, they get it over to the left side, and he's wrapped up by two, passes the ball over, but it's a goal.
Goal. Scoring number 4.
Assist. Assist. Yeah, go. And assist. 3.
So that was Petter Bloomberg.
Assist number 3.
Oh no, that was Andreas Bennerholtz.
Assist 30. Goal number 4. Assist number 30.
So that was Stepan Poldrugac, who served the ball over to Andreas Bennerholtz. So Poldrugac with the assist there, and Bennerholtz with the score. And obviously, that's not the kind of matchup you want to see your team in, with Bennerholtz having the ball on the goalie without any back there to protect him.
He was getting ready.
So Flipper's 3-0 lead has been cut down to a 3-2 lead here in the second half with plenty of time left.
Blue free throw.
Free throw in favor of Flipper. They put the ball into play. Swimming along the surface, he passes down to the right side, and he's got teammates there, but he's just too distracted to make the pass, and he ends up getting pushed to the surface. It's 2-on-1, 2-on-2. Ugly fight for the ball here. Flipper has a lot of players invested in his scrum, and they come up with it, swimming down with people hanging on to him. The Flipper player, they move up, batted away, stolen. Triton's playing very aggressively. And Triton's struggling, and they managed somehow to ping pong the ball back and forth until they're trying to put something together, getting pushed out. Referee halts the action. Attack on the head. So
White free throw.
head attack. Triton has the ball. Triton pushed out, and the ball taken by Flipper, and then taken back again by Triton. They come in. It's a 1-on-2 situation. He's looking for a teammate. He finds one on the left side. He's working to try and get under the back. And classic hard work there. Oh, there's no back there. He's the back finds his position eventually, but
There's a time penalty against the blue team. Number 8, 2 minutes.
Flipper has been hit with a penalty. 2 minutes for Jakob Lapp.
White, free throw.
So that's going to present Triton with a power play opportunity. They're working from above. They find the pass beneath. I think it's Manuel Johansson. He's a big guy. He's very good. He manages to pass it back over. Triton is working. A lot of pressure on Flipper right now. And Triton forced to back off for the moment. Chased and stolen away. I think that was Tor Hammer Nielsen there.
Stop it. Stop it. Together.
Blue free throw.
Joking.
Choking called on Triton. A free throw in favor of Flipper. Emotions are running a little bit high now. .120 left in the power play. Flipper pushed over to the wall, struggling to hold on, and they managed to just hold on and slow things down. Ball bounces to the bottom, picked up by Triton, and Triton, the second pass there was a little bit too ambitious. It didn't take into account that it was seen, cut off, but now it's Triton over. 1-on-2. He's messing with the forward came in and didn't try to get hold of the ball immediately, preferring to tie him up and lift him off. But now Triton's fighting from above, looking for a teammate to come in, and the pass comes down to the teammate, but it was really, Flipper was in a better position, and they did take it. The Flipper player heads to the surface to get air, and power play is over. Oh, the pass bounced off of Flipper. A Flipper player still ends up with Triton.
Thank you.
Now, Flipper's on the bottom. Difficult to find a teammate. A lot of pressure here. The ball bounces out down to the bottom, picked up by Triton. Now intercepted, taken back. On the surface here, fighting 3-2 lead in favor of Copenhagen's Flipper.
Free throw blue.
Free throw to Flipper, awarded
Rough
Flipper.
game.
Roughing. Flipper puts the ball into play over to the left side. Pushed all the way to the wall, and he loses it. Picked up by Triton. Triton looking for an outlet. There's Peter Bloomberry there. Was a difficult pass, but he managed to get it there. They were moving backwards the whole time, and now Flipper has capitalized on that loss of momentum. Triton has taken the ball back. They're pushed all the way over into their side of the field, the pool. A lot of pressure, a lot invested in it. They're going to strip this ball away. There's no question that the physical advantage was there to Flipper. But now Triton has managed to get the ball back, looking for an outlet pass from the surface.
Holding without the ball.
Holding.
Blue free throw.
Flipper awarded another free throw. 6:50 remaining in the second period. The ball's put into play. Down comes Flipper. The ball bounces. Holding was pretty obvious.
Wide throw.
So Triton will get the ball back again. Swimming in, he's got his teammate down there at the bottom blocking out the back. Nice screen opportunity. And Flipper managed to take the ball. Oh, we hear Flipper. He's got his teammate, but he was too far away to make that pass. And he decided to retreat. They move it up. He's going to get, no blind side there. He saw it. Fighting, ends up going back and forth, still with Triton. Flipper on the surface here. Oh, what are they going to call for that?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Blue throw.
So, was it a choke grip or roughing or, I heard someone shout 2 minutes, but I didn't. Yeah, Christian Schaefer is here. And the ball drops down to the bottom. Triton's got it. So really this game has been a rather strange. Flipper had all the possibilities of blowing it away and sealing it, but instead they let Triton back in, and Triton has played pretty steadily here in the second half. They need one more goal to equalize. They're coming over, and so Flipper fighting to get over, 360-degree turns to break off the tacklers, and picked up off the bottom by, is that Mickey Rasmussen there? Taking the ball all the way over. Tied up, but he passes down, picked off by Triton. Triton player doesn't have an easy outlet pass, and it ends up getting batted away, comes back down. Possession's going back and forth. It's like a ping pong ball. Oh, twirling around. Oh, they've given an opportunity now. He's trying to lift the goalie with his knee or something, but instead tied up, pushed off, but the goal, the empty basket for a moment. Triton is creating a lot of pressure here. Flipper ties them up. They drift to the surface. Well, Christian, what do you think about this? Flipper had this big lead, and what's going wrong here?
I've only watched the last 5 minutes, but it's looked like they lose the ball way too much. They can't keep possession, creating too many turnovers, and just not looking good.
Christian Schaefer, a former Flipper player who is now with Akron from Oslo, he still feels allegiance to Flipper, obviously, and he's not impressed with what he sees right now. He didn't watch the first half, so he can't explain what we have seen here, this big lead evaporating. But now there are only two minutes left in the game, roughly. So even though Malmö has turned things around to a large degree, they don't have that last goal to equalize. They need it. They've got 2 minutes. It's enough time, but obviously Flipper is going to be able to tie the ball up. You see he holding on to the ball and trying to be careful, but pushed out, taken. It's a fast break, broken. Triton trying to come in from above. He's tied up. 3 Flipper players on 1 Swede. Yeah. 1 minute, 26 seconds showing on the clock.
Blue free throw.
Free throw in favor of Flipper.
Lob is the elbows.
What's that? So both teams have been unable to maintain a rhythm because the play is halted so often by free throws, and that's worked to the advantage of Flipper holding off this momentum. I think it's Rasmussen coming in from above. He's pushing.
1 minute.
1 minute left. So the ball bounces away.
No.
Less than a minute left in the match.
Blue free throw.
Free throw in favor of Flipper.
And a warning.
And a
Warning number 6, kicking.
So Matthias Levin Persson was warned for kicking, but it's rather irrelevant at this point with less than a minute left to go in the match. So really, Flipper should be able to win this game just by holding on to the ball. Referees blow the whistle again.
A warning against white rough playing.
Blue free throw.
Roughing called and a warning against, I don't know which player it was on Triton. So
Stop it, keep your 2 meter distance.
Robert Glock, the deck referee, instructs the players to give the free throw, the team with the free throw 2 meters that they are allowed to have, stolen by Triton. And this is really their opportunity. They have to score now. They've got an opportunity, and they've got 2 players down below. If he could just get the pass down, it's an opportunity. Stolen, snatched up by Martin Schjeldgaard, and they go to the surface, and time is ticking out now. So it looks like Flipper is going to squeak.
Warning, white, Simon, holding.
Holding called against...
Timeout, white.
Triton's called timeout here after Johan Fernlund was given a warning.
Timeout, white.
I was just noticing that there's been a lot of shouting in the surface and kind of seems to be a little bit back blood. And it's been a lot of years since I last saw Flipper and Malmö playing a really rough match against each other. So I'm kind of surprised that the teams are going at each other that way in the surface. I don't know if maybe it's because there's some new personnel on each team that don't share the same friendly bonds as before, but it's kind of unusual to see such a heated match between the two. Not that they don't play close and tight matches, but now it seems to have like a kind of vicious mood about it. So
there, Christian Schaefer contributing here. Christian thinks that this is a more emotional match than he would have expected. But of course, he's no longer a Flipper player. He tried to play with Flipper this year while he was also playing for Akron, but the Danish league officials forbid him from taking part. So you feel you have mixed feelings. You should be playing with Flipper now, or? So Christian Schaefer has just been explaining.
Copenhagen is my city, so that's where I feel I belong. But now I'm with Akron. Of course, I'll do my best for that team. But I have a lot of feelings for Flipper.
I'm fine.
But now they should 18 seconds left with a free throw.
It's over.
They should. It should be impossible to lose this match now.
They just turn it over to. Is that Tor?
Yeah, that's Tor. He's just gonna lug it up, and I mean, look, even after the refs calling the free throw, the white players keep on grinding them on the head. And that's the thing I picked up on earlier. It's unusual to see that.
Well, I think that you could say that perhaps Triton is a little angry at themselves because they started slowly and then they wanted to win and they thought that they could turn it around and then they couldn't do it. So here it is, the last couple of seconds. There's an opportunity, but Flipper's just holding on to them. It's a huge. Have you ever seen a mess of players like that before? That was huge.
Well, that was good.
End of the game. Victory to Flipper.
Very important win. Very important.
And why do you say that?
I mean, when you play, the Euroleague, you have a lot of traveling, and it's very rare to see the same team bring their strongest outfit at every tournament.
Yeah.
So when you have the home field advantage, it's really important that you win all your matches,
right?
And, especially not losing to your close opponents. So if you lose your home round, that's really bad.
Yeah. So far, the Euroleague has started out with a very serious feeling to it, and at the end of last season, I would say that the teams that were out of contention and people were hopping in and playing, they weren't the regular members of the teams, and that made it seem a little bit, I don't know, unprofessional. It was not completely the way it should be.
Yeah, the last round here in Copenhagen was a little weird. There was a rather strange atmosphere around it. But I think with the new team in Malmö and the games I've seen so far, it seems like every team are here to compete and not to give anything away, and really emotional matches. So I think it will be a great season.
Picked up, by the way, Christian, you are going to Sandefjord as a coach for the U21 competition, CMOS Open European Championship.
Sure.
And you were taking over from Lila.
Lila unfortunately won't be able to be there. So
what happened? So she injured?
I don't know, but Lila